All right, folks, we're getting our audio here together. Give us a few moments here. All right, 12:40 left in the first. This is Ice Hawks have it in the Orchard Lake zone. That's Ginsty in the corner, pressed up against the boards. Puck comes out in front, collected, kept in by Ancona. Down low to Ginsty, shot on goal. Goalie made the save. Orchard Lake picks it up in the corner and goes cross ice into the neutral zone, and they are starting a rush. This is Ancona. He goes to the right side to Speck. Speck not able to get it out, kept in by the Orchard Lake forward. He skates it into the corner, then shoots around behind Dandurand, who's in net. Ancona sends it out the side to Dobbs, who hits Speck, streaking through the center. Speck through the neutral zone, in the Orchard Lake zone. He's got Van Ittersum with him. That puck bounced past Van Ittersum, collected there by Jacks, sent back to the point to Ducharme, who sends it into the ice. This is Dobbs to Speck, and it's in! I don't know if Van Ittersum slammed it home, but it was Dobbs to Speck, and then from this distance I could not see who popped it in. But with 11:23 left in the first, Ice Hawks get on the board, and I could tell you the line was Speck, Dobbs, and Van Ittersum. So here we are. That's Ginsty taking the draw. Hammond picks it up in his zone, plays it off the sideboard to Zhang, intercepted and kept in by the Orchard Lake forward. Now up against the sideboard. Now Hammond has it, and he's got a bit of room to skate. No, the Orchard Lake defender kept it in with his skate. Now high slot shot, kept away from getting to Dandurand by Aldegari, and it bounces out of the zone and all the way back into the Orchard Lake zone. Orchard Lake off the sideboard, kept in by Hammond only momentarily. Now it's in the neutral zone. It's Bond is sent to the ice. Orchard Lake takes it into the Ice Hawk zone. This is Aldegari skating with it. And this is Bond. Oh, high slot with the Orchard Lake team. No, now Ginsty has it. His pass not allowed to get through. Orchard Lake putting some pressure on. From the high slot, an intended pass. Hit Aldegari's skate and went off towards nowhere, and the Ice Hawks bring it out. Now Orchard Lake has it in their zone, starting an assault from there. They go cross ice, bounced past their forward. This is Hammond in the corner. He makes a nice quick move and gets the pass over to Aldegari. Aldegari from the corner. That pass was to no one. This is Hammond now to Aldegari. That chipped off of his stick. Aldegari backs it up towards Delamore at the blue line. Quite a bit of forechecking pressure here by the Orchard Lake side. They're in the Ice Hawks side. Here he's got room to move, winds up. Ooh, directed aside by Hammond. This is Aldegari and Delamore pressed up against the boards by a couple of Orchard Lake forwards. Puck comes loose. This is Speck. Speck's into the neutral zone, lifts it high over the defender, deep into the Orchard Lake zone, and starts chasing after it. He bumps his man into the boards. In the corner, Delamora gets help from Lavoie. And there's a little bit of a battle. Played back to McCarthy. McCarthy sends it into the corner to safety. That was Lavoie pressed up against the boards. Speck now plays it back towards Lavoie. An Orchard Lake defender got there first and plays it up the sideboard to his man. Kept in by Speck. Only momentarily. Now it comes out of the neutral zone. Ancona sends it back to Speck, who sends it deep, and his line goes for a change. Ancona and McCarthy on defense. In come Van Ittersum, Dobbs, and Ginsty. Orchard Lake sends it into the Ice Hawks side. Ancona picks it up there and is forced to retreat all the way back to his red line. Plays it up to Dobbs. That pass not handled cleanly, and Orchard Lake comes away with it momentarily. Now Van Ittersum has it flying down the right side. Gets into the Orchard Lake zone, but then, and the ref goes down hard. That's gotta hurt. Ancona lifts the pass towards Van Ittersum. The Orchard Lake forward got in the way of that, and now Orchard Lake has it. down their right side, left on your screen, played into the Ice Hawks zone. Ginstey has it there, and he's going to skate it behind Dan Duran, plays it off the boards to Dobbs, kept in though by the Orchard Lake defender. He moves inside, lifts a wrist shot that hit a man in front and bounced into the corner. Kept in by the Orchard Lake defenders. This is McCarthy from against the backboard. Ooh, steps out of the way of the check of a big Orchard Lake forward and now moves it up towards Van Ittersum, but kept in by the Orchard Lake side. Ancona skates his man. Oh, he just pushes the puck off of his man's stick. Now Ancona has it momentarily. Ooh, it's in deep. He's down low. Dobbs goes down. Oh, a hard shot off of Dan Duran. Bounces off towards the sideboard. Orchard Lake putting intense pressure on the Ice Hawks. They relieve the pressure by sending it down the ice on net. No icing indicated. 7:28 left in the first. There's Ice Hawks are up by 1. Long pass. Oh, and Aldegary met his man and cracked his stick in so doing. The Orchard Lake side sends it deep. This is Aldegary. He's reverses, looking for an outlet, sends it to Ducharme. Ducharme under pressure, plays it up to Bond up on the sideboard. He's got it caught in his feet. They play it back. This is Ducharme looking for an outlet. Now he's got some room to Speck. Back to Ducharme off the boards and through. This is Bond now. Ooh, he's being lined up, but he plays the puck off the boards. Speck speeding towards it, gets there first, but is not able to control it. The Orchard Lake player starts from his backboard and they send it into the neutral zone. They get it past Aldegary, but he gets to the puck first and now turns around and skates towards the zone. That puck hit from his stick into the corner. Aldegary's deep. Looks like Lavoie is covering for Aldegary on the point. Ancona. Is that Ancona in there? No, that was Delamora. Okay. Ooh, bumped off the puck by Lavoie and kept in by Ginstey. This is Delamora in deep, lifts one towards the center zone. Ducharme was there, but it didn't. Couldn't get the one-timer. Now this is Ducharme behind the net. Ooh, he's got two Orchard Lake fellers next to him. He played up the sideboard. Aldegary has it there, sent towards the net. Oh, and that got past the goalie on the glove side. Aldegary from the point. Think there's a couple of skaters who got in the way that screened the goalie, but with that shot, the Ice Hawks go up 2-0 with 5:52 left in the first. Ice Hawks up 2 goals by Aldegary and that was Aldegary from Ducharme. I can't remember who scored the first goal. And it was either Dobbs, Van Ittersum, or Speck who got the first one. There was a shot on net by Van Ittersum. Gets his own rebound, but now the Orchard Lake side has it. They're looking to move it out down their right side, left on your screen. Ancona gets in the way of their plans, picks the puck off with a stick and sends it around the boards to Dobbs. That not handled cleanly. Orchard Lake now putting some pressure on the, forechecking pressure on the Ice Hawks. Speck lifts it out of the zone, and it's sent back into the zone. Hammond will pick it up in the corner. Now he lifts it off the boards, kept in by the Orchard Lake defenders. Shot doesn't get past Van Ittersum. Van Ittersum now streaking down the left-hand side. That puck deep, picked up by the Orchard Lake defender, and they're going to play it around behind their goalie and around the boards. Oh, Dobbs hammers his man up against the boards. That puck now stuck in the feet up against the sideboard. Dobbs is in there. I believe that's Ginstey. He comes away with it. Ginstey goes outside to the corner looking for a man out front. There's Zhang coming in, but the puck never... Ginstey couldn't get it to him. Shot from the point by Hammond. Not allowed to get through by the Orchard Lake forward, and they send it down the length of the... No, not the length of the ice. Into the Ice Hawks zone, but Ancona has it there. He stops behind Dan Duran, reverses, sends a pass up to Ginstey, who's now flying down the left-hand side. This is Ginstey through the neutral zone, moves into the center, into the... Orchard Lake zone. That shot from Bond just wide. Zhang will be the first man there. Sends it towards the net. Doesn't make it there. The Orchard Lake defender sends it behind the net. A little scrum ensues. That's Ginstey. That's Zhang and a couple of Orchard Lake guys. Shot by Zhang from an acute angle. Saved by the goalie. And now Orchard Lake comes out. We've got Aldegary and McCarthy on defense. They're on Aldegary's side. They go wide. Play to the center. Stuck in some feed. It's in the low slot. Aldegary is kind of in some way clears it to the side. Ooh, tipped past the defender by Speck. He's in all alone, but there's a guy on the back check. Speck goes in the middle. Ooh, he played it to the center, but the defender got a foot on it and interrupted Speck's plans. This is Aldegary down low. Aldegary now plays it into the corner to safety. De La Mora's there. Ooh, he got pressed up against the boards and they got a delayed call on Orchard Lake. I think that's going to be checking from behind, but let's see. With 3:26 and the Ice Hawks up 2-0, they're going on a power play. I'm not sure of the call yet. It is, oh yeah, it's checking from behind. He's taken a 10-minute misconduct with that 2-minute call. So the Ice Hawks will be up on for a penalty. On a power play here for the next 2 minutes or less. This face-off deep in the Orchard Lake side to their goalie's left, right on your screen. Let me see. Staffing, we've got Ancona and Hammond on defense. Specs on the draw. He's got De La Mora on his right, and it looks like Lavoie on his left. 2 guys in the box, but only one man down, the other sitting for the misconduct. All right, that puck stuck in the feet there, now sent to the sideboard. Speck now plays it back to Hammond. Hammond sends it towards the net. Oh, it's out in front to De La Mora. Gets a backhand shot, but the goalie controlled it and holds it for a draw with 1:48 left in this Ice Hawks power play. Ice Hawks up 2-0. Goals by Speck's line and Aldegary. That puck now lifted out of the zone. Hammond will collect it in the neutral zone. He plays it back to Ancona at the Ice Hawks blue line. He plays it down the right side to De La Mora, who's going to skate it in. He goes wide on his man, sends it towards the front of the net, but there is a waiting Orchard Lake defender who lifts it the length of the ice. Reminder, different rules here. They can't ice it anymore on a power play. This is Hammond. He plays it behind the net. Looks like Ancona will be the first one there. He's going to pick it up at the hash boards and start a skate. Ancona mounting the attack here from our zone. Plays it deep. Let me see. That's Van Ittersum going into the boards. He presses his man up against the boards, and Dobbs comes in for support. Speck now has the puck. He's looking at Ancona at the blue line. Ancona stops, hits Speck. The top of the circle. Speck back to Ancona. That pass never got there. The Orchard Lake defender or forward got in the way of Speck's plans. And now Orchard Lake has it at the red line, and they send it into the Ice Hawks zone behind Dandaran. 41 seconds left in this Ice Hawks power play. 2 minutes left in the period. This is Ancona to Dobbs. Dobbs makes a move on his man, goes down the left side, off the boards to Van Ittersum, towards Van Ittersum. But Van Ittersum has it now. Ooh, that pass was didn't make its target. Ancona now bounces it off the boards. The Orchard Lake team sends it back. This is Ducharme. Cross ice to Ancona. He backs up and goes cross ice to the right side to Ducharme. Now Ducharme hits Ginsty in stride. Ginsty skates it in. Ooh, he's tripped. No call. Zhang follows him up and keeps that puck deep in the Orchard Lake side, but now they have another chance to get out. No, a little bit of forechecking by Ginsty, picked up by Zhang. He sends a shot wide of the goal into the corner, around the side. Now it's up against the boards on the hash marks and out of the zone. Orchard Lake now at full strength. Ducharme clears the zone, sends it into the neutral zone, but the Orchard Lake side picks it up there. A minute left in the first period. Zhang, ooh, his headman pass interrupted by the Orchard Lake defender. Up against the boards, about halfway down the ice, loosens up, and Orchard Lake comes away with it. From their zone now, off the sideboard, kept in by Speck. He sends it deep into the Orchard Lake side. There's an Orchard Lake defender there who picks it up. Oh, he plays it through the center. McCarthy picks it up, makes a move, goes outside, inside. No shot. Orchard Lake recovered and didn't allow a shot on goal. Now Orchard Lake down the left side, played it towards the center. Ducharme gets the puck there and lifts the pass to Lavoie. Lavoie stretching, trying to find room between two guys. Nice pass to Speck, just a little bit behind him and not handled cleanly. Orchard Lake clears the zone. Looks like this is Delamora. Ooh, he has the puck lifted. Orchard Lake now deep at the red line out front. Ooh, redirected by the Orchard Lake forward, but wide of the goal. 7 seconds left. Puck up against the sideboard at the hash marks. Pushed aside from Ducharme. A shot from the point doesn't make it to Dan Duran, and that's how things will end for the first period. After 2, the Ice Hawks up 2-0. With goals by, I think it was Van Ittersum. I'm going to call it as Van Ittersum for the rest of the game. Van Ittersum and Aldegary, and other notable bits of interest is the Orchard Lake side has a man in the box for a misconduct for checking from behind. Steve, you want to give your comments on what you're seeing so far? He's camera shy.
Nothing right now.
All right. All right, let's just see if we have anyone in on the conference. Hi there, Tanya.
Couldn't hear your melodious tones when I listened to it quite slow as I like.
We should be better this time
I
around.
the recording. He's going so well here. You caught me off guard. He's like in perfect flow. He's like mid-season form here.
He didn't get that much practice this summer.
He's still
That
doing
was
well.
disappointing.
I gotta hook you up with Keith. He has now, I think, just about perfected Periscope, having the scores. I know. He's been testing it lately. Every now and then I click on it, it's like scoreboard testing. He's got a little scoreboard up in the corner of his Periscope. I don't know how he's doing it these days. Kepler, Cooper's dad.
Awesome stuff.
All right.
We're always having trouble, like when they were coming in from the point and taking a shot, and then all of a sudden I'm like, what would be the recommendation to handle that? Because what you're trying to do is, like, if it got a goal or a deflection, who is out in front, but also at the same time you want to be on the play.
Yeah.
And it's like this quick movement when there's a shot, and I don't know how this would handle it versus the...
Well, we might choose a different pane. All right, second period starts. Ice Hawks up by 2. This is Bond down the right side, left on your screen. Shot from the high slot, redirected by the Orchard Lake goalie. Now, Bond has it. A shot from the dot, wide of the goal, into the corner, and Orchard Lake collects it there. On the sideboard now, Zhang pressing his man up against the board. Ginsty comes in to support. This is Hammond at the line. Hammond lifts it towards the net. Ooh, that bounced past Bond. Now it's in the corner. Bond. Oh, pushed off the... Well, pushed, but not off the puck. Now Orchard Lake comes away with it, and they start heading up the ice. Looks like Aldegary and Hammond on defense. They push it into the zone. Aldegary collects it there, and he's going to skate behind the net to Dan Duran. That puck lifted from his stick. Now this is Hammond who plays it back around the boards. Ooh! And our man went down there. Might have been Zhang. All right, played into the neutral zone. Orchard Lake will pick it up there at their blue line and retreat, or not retreat, but turn around and start a front towards the Ice Hawk side. This is Aldegary, who his clearing pass hit the netting. All right, so 13:43 left in the second. And yeah, this play called dead. Face-off just outside the Ice Hawk zone. Orchard Lake controls, lifts one off the high glass. This is McCarthy. McCarthy lifts a backhand towards Dobbs. Dobbs sends it off the left side board into the Orchard Lake zone. They pick it up there. Ooh, that pass picked off by Speck. Sends it towards Dobbs in front. Ooh, he was hammered before he got the puck, but no call. Ooh, Van Ittersum forechecking, forces his man to vacate the zone with an errant pass and picked up by the Ice Hawks. This is Dobbs in the Orchard Lake zone. Skates it into the corner, turns around. He's looking to dump it. Got it back to Ancona, but Ancona was under pressure and had to move it back into the zone quickly. This is Dobbs on the left side. Lifts it, or sends it a little bit towards the Orchard Lake zone, but Orchard Lake returns the favor and sends it. Ooh, there's a man out front, high slot. Dan Duran goes down, makes the save. Puck's not controlled, but it's blown dead now with a hand pass. And with 12:46 left in the second. The Orchard Lake side threatens, but does not score. All right. This face-off just outside the the Ice Hawk zone. That's Ginsty taking the draw, controlled by Orchard Lake, back to their blue line, and they play it up their right side and start skating into the Ice Hawk zone. From the high circle, that shot easily seen by Dan Duran and collected in the trapper with 12:31 left in the second. This face-off will be deep in the Ice Hawk zone to Dan Duran's left. Let me see, that's Ginsty taking the draw. Played back to the Orchard Lake defender. That shot hits a skate in front, sitting there for a moment, but now collected by Van Edersum down the right side. No, that's Delamora down the right side. That's offside. Ice Hawks called offside. This face-off will be just outside the Orchard Lake zone. Let's see. Ginsty, Lavoie, and Delamora up front. Aldegary and Ducharme on defense. This is Ginsty taking the draw. Orchard Lake controls. They play it back to their defender who's looking for a pass up the right side, hits his man at the red line, and they shoot it deep into the Ice Hawk zone. That's going to circle behind Dan Duran, where Ducharme has it. Plays it across towards Aldegary. There's an Orchard Lake forward in the way. He's got the puck. He tried to get a shot. I don't think there was a shot on net, but now the Ice Hawks have it. This is Delamora. His pass was behind Ducharme, who plays it forward, but just out of reach for Delamora. That pass got past Lavoie, who's now in the zone, kind of captured. Delamora plays it back to Aldegary, who sends it deep into the zone. Off the backboard, the Orchard Lake side will pick it up from there and start a rush there. Down the left side, that pass got past its target. Aldegary's there, but the Orchard Lake forward sends it deep into the zone. This is Zhang through the middle to Speck, who got leveled. That puck played deep into the zone, into the Orchard Lake zone, where they pick it up at their red line. This is Zhang, played back, but just out. Hammond picks it up at the blue line. That shot towards the zone was hit an Orchard Lake forward's leg, and the Orchard Lake side collects it at their blue line and starts back. Into the Ice Hawk side just. Hammond collects it there to Zhang. Zhang passed a Bond. That was a little bit behind him, and the Orchard Lake side controls now. From the high slot, just inside the blue line, really. That shot never made its target. This is Speck speeding towards the puck. The Orchard Lake defender got there first and plays it back. They play it off the boards past Ancona, but he gets to it first, and now it's back in the Ice Hawks side, around the corner behind Dan Duran. Let me see, that's Hammond and Van Edersum there. A couple of Orchard Lake forwards are there, and the Orchard Lake side comes away with it. They stop, circle, looking to make a pass to the point, but Van Edersum hassles his man. Ooh, and Hammond comes in with the hammer, and he's being called. We'll have to see if this is going to be a misconduct, but it's a check, and no misconduct indicated. So Hammond will be in for two, but just the two. Oh, well, now he's kind of indicating that it's, yeah, so there it is. No, it is a 2 and a 10. So Hammond's in, and looks like Zhang will be sitting for the 2 while Hammond cools things for the 10. All right, with 10:14 left in the second, Ice Hawks up by 2, but now down a man. Let me see. Staffing-wise, this looks like Ginsty taking the draw. He's playing with Van Edersum. Van Edersum forechecking. Ooh, forces his man down. Ice Hawks with some pressure there. Now let me see. Aldegary plays it into the neutral zone. On defense, we've got Aldegary and McCarthy. Orchard Lake now down the left side. McCarthy's there. Plays it towards the center. Aldegary got a stick on it, but from the point, ooh, hard shot. Dan Duran makes the save, and this is McCarthy now skating down the left side. McCarthy plays it deep, past his man, but collected by the Orchard Lake defender. This is Ginsty, I think, putting forward pressure. Nope, that was Van Edersum putting pressure on the Orchard Lake side. Oh, my mistake. It was Ginsty. All right, Orchard Lake makes an attack here, but they're called offside with 9:27 left in the period. Minute 13 left in this Ice Hawks penalty kill. All right, so we've got some staffing changes here. Let's see. Ancona and Ducharme on defense. That's Dobbs and Speck, I think, up front. Yep, Dobbs and Speck. Orchard Lake controls. Ooh, Speck intercepts their pass in a neutral zone, plays it into the corner to kill some time. Minute 3 left in the penalty. Orchard Lake plays it around the sideboard and collects it at the hash marks. That pass into the skates of the Orchard Lake forward. Speck controls there for a moment, and now the Orchard Lake side comes away with it. They play it towards Ancona, get past them, but aren't able to get a shot. This is Ancona now. Skates behind Dan Duran, lifts the pass towards the line, but not out. Kept in by the Orchard Lake side. That shot doesn't make it towards Dan Duran. Played behind the net by Ancona to Speck. He's not able to clear it. Orchard Lake sends it back in around the sideboards to Ancona. Ancona reverses. Behind the net to Ducharme. Off the boards to Speck, who clears the zone. Icing is indicated, and with 13 seconds left in this Ice Hawks penalty kill, this face-off will be deep in the Ice Hawks zone to Dan Duran's right. Left on your screen. All right, we have Bond and Ginsty up front, McCarthy and Aldegary on the back. Played back towards the point. Now into the corner. McCarthy plays his man back into the corner. Now to the point. Bond rushes across ice. Wind up wide of the goal. Zhang's now on the ice. Ice Hawks are at full strength. McCarthy forces his man to move the puck quickly. He plays it behind the net. Ginsty is there. He runs his man into the boards. There's Aldegary, Ginsty, and McCarthy all behind the red line. A scrum ensues. Looks like Orchard Lake frees it to the right. Now it's in the corner. Back against the boards. Aldegary frees it and comes away with it. Has a bit of room to skate. Aldegary down the left side, plays it deep, skates after it. It bounces behind the Orchard Lake goalie, but the Orchard Lake defender plays it off the corner. It's up to the line, kept in by Lavoie, still kept in. Now it's out. McCarthy will collect it at the red line. Makes a nice move to start forward progress, but not able to make much progress before the Orchard Lake defender got in the way. Speck comes to his aid. Now this is McCarthy. He's in. He's got time to shoot. Nice hard shot from the dot right in the goalie's glove, though. He was going short side, and the goalie made the save and holds it for a draw with 7:02 left in the second period. Ice Hawks up by 2, and both teams at full strength. That shot by McCarthy. All right, lines have changed here. We've got Speck with Lavoie and Delamore up front. It's in the Speck's feet. Now he plays it over to Delamora on the sideboards. Delamore's moving in. Now he goes outside. Plays it behind, around the boards. That got past Lavoie. This is Ducharme who keeps it in. It's in the feet right in this face-off dot. Now towards the center. Oh, this is Speck. No, he wasn't able to get a clean shot, but he got a shot on net. Delamora couldn't get the rebound. This is Lavoie now in the corner to Speck. Speck hits Delamora. Ooh, that pass not handled cleanly, and Orchard Lake comes away with it. Clears the zone. Now only momentarily. Now they're battling with the Ice Hawks in the neutral zone. They retreat back into their own zone and start a rush down the left side. They play it deep into the Orchard Lake side with 6:18 left in the second. This is Ducharme. He plays it around the corner. Kept there by the Orchard Lake. This is a shot from, oh, that Dan Duran had to make a save.
Crease violation, I think.
Crease violation. Play is blown dead. And it looks like the face-off is coming out of the zone. Our guess is it's a crease violation with 6:07 left in the... It was a hard shot from the low slot. Dan Duran made the save, and then play was blown dead. So Orchard Lake threatening there. This is McCarthy. Plays it into the neutral zone to Dobbs. Dobbs has a bit of room to move. He plays it deep. Dobbs playing with Ginsty and Van Ittersum. Van Ittersum and Dobbs on the forecheck. Dobbs comes away with it, sent to the ice. But Orchard Lake picks it up at the blue line, and they make a pass out of their zone down the right side. Aldegary and McCarthy on defense. They go to Aldegary's side. He reverses at the hash marks, plays it towards the center. Dobbs got in the way. Ooh, he sends his man towards the ice, and Dobbs will be going for, looks like a checking penalty, and my guess is this will be also a misconduct. Let's see. Yeah. All right, so Dobbs is sitting for the misconduct, and we're going to need to send another man off. Let's see. It is Lavoie who's going to sit for the 2 minutes. So face-off deep in the Ice Sox side. That's Ginsty. Wins the draw. Played towards the line, but not out. Now it's out. This is Ginsty on the forecheck. Ooh, kicks it towards the Orchard Lake zone. Sent to the ice, but no call. Ginsty playing with Van Ittersum on this penalty kill. On the points, Aldegary and McCarthy. This is the Orchard Lake defender up the sideboards. That got out. Aldegary's on it, and he plays it back into the zone. That's going to slide around behind the Orchard Lake goalie, picked up by the Orchard Lake defender, and under pressure by Van Ittersum. He plays it back behind the net. Orchard Lake now down the right side. Ooh, Ginsty on the forecheck, picks his pocket, comes away with the puck from the high slot, or top of the circle, makes a shot, and the goalie got a glove on it, holds it for a draw. Ginsty on the forecheck, loosened the puck and got himself a scoring chance with 4:51 left in the second. Ice Sox holding a 2-goal lead, both goals scored in the first. All right, so we got confirmation that first goal was Van Ittersum from Speck. Ooh, this is Speck with a shot off the blocker. Ice Sox down a man, but have two tasty scoring chances here in the last few moments. Here's the Orchard Lake side. They skate it out of their zone, or shoot it out of their zone. Ancona gets there first, though, in the neutral zone and sends it back. Last minute of this penalty kill. 4:30 left in the period. This is Ducharme, plays it off the sideboard. Speck picks it up there, but now the Orchard Lake side has it momentarily. Ancona helps out, sends it over to Ducharme. That got behind Bond and now controlled by the Orchard Lake side. Speck on the back check, slows his man's progress down, but hard shot from an acute angle. Steered behind the net by Dandran, now picked up by Ancona, who starts down the left side. He hits Bond in the neutral zone. Ooh, that puck poked from his stick, but Ancona collects it and sends it back towards Ducharme, and it ends up going the length of the ice. Ducharme down deep, under pressure from an Orchard Lake forward. Speck's there to help out. Ducharme and Speck working the puck loose. This is Ancona, sends it towards the line. Ooh, that shot from the point. Speck got a skate on it and kicked it towards the corner. Still not out, though. Orchard Lake goes D to D. Wind up. Shot wide of the goal. Now behind the net. Ice Hawks are at full strength, but their man is out of the play. Pressed up against the boards, now sent into the corner. Speck sends his man to the ice, and Ducharme collects the puck, sends it around the corner to Lavoie. Lavoie up to Ancona. Ancona's being lined up by a man, but he decides to, or he skates past it, sends the puck deep. Ancona, first one there. Makes a pass, ooh, to Ginsty. That pass not handled cleanly, kept in by Ginsty. He's circling, high slot shot, ooh, low shot, juicy rebound. Ginsty has it now behind the red line. Hits Lavoie. Lavoie makes a move. Oh, he goes high. Wide to their side of the net. Ooh, it's loose in front. Now it's not. Ooh, Lavoie is sent to the ice. And Zhang was pushed there at the end there. But at any rate, the couple of scoring chances there right at the end by the Ice Sox before the face-off. And with 2:50 left in the second, Ice Hawks applying pressure and have a face-off deep in the Orchard Lake side. This is Ginsty taking the draw. He's got Delamora and Lavoie with him. On the defense, we've got McCarthy and Aldegary. That face-off blown dead. Just one man too many for the Orchard Lake side. Yeah. All right, now here we go. That puck played back. Orchard Lake controls. Up against the backboard, Delamora takes his man. Lavoie supports. Ginsty's there. It's now behind the net. Delamore is fighting with his man. They play it up. Ooh, Aldegary, just a momentary hesitation. Let his man get the puck and make a play. Now it's up on the red line. There's 3 Ice Hawks in there. Aldegary, Delamora, and Lavoie. Ooh, this is Aldegary. A hard shot high over the net. I think up and still in the zone now. Still kept in. Now cleared from the zone. Aldegary has it. Forced to retreat to his blue line. Plays it to McCarthy. McCarthy plays it into the Orchard Lake side. 1:58 left in the second period. Orchard Lake at the dots. Ooh, a little bit of forechecking by Lavoie and Delamora, forcing the Orchard Lake defenders to rethink that plan. They play it off the backboard and start a fresh rush down the right side. Kept in by McCarthy. He's going to be the first one to it. No, the Orchard Lake defender got a stick on it before McCarthy could let a shot go. Now Orchard Lake comes down the left side. They send the puck deep and go for a change. Ducharme's there. Ooh, that pass. Well, now he's got it again. Ducharme skating out of the zone, into the neutral zone, going wide on the left side. Ducharme skates it into the zone, slows down. Ooh, has the puck knocked off his stick at the hash marks. Ooh, that play off the sideboard. They're behind the defenders. He's going in on Dan Durand. Ooh, a hard shot. Short side, and Dan Durand made the save, holding the lead at 2 and protecting his shutout with 1:10 left in the second period. Probably Orchard Lake's best scoring chance there here at the end of the second period, but Dan Durand was up to the task. All right, we've got Speck taking the draw. Orchard Lake has it at the point. They send it into the corner. Now out front, ooh, there was a man there, but couldn't handle it cleanly. That shot from the point, a seeing eye shot. It's loose for a moment, sent to the side. Ancona under pressure. Can't control the puck. Orchard Lake comes away with it. They play it back to their point. They go across to the other point. He's got room. Wind up. Hard shot. Ooh, that hit Bond. And doesn't make it to Dan Durand. It was cleared, and Orchard Lake sends it back. Icing waved off. This is Speck from behind Dan Durand. He plays it back to Aldegary. Aldegary's got a bit of room, looking to advance the puck. Lifts a high pass. That never had a chance to make it, but Orchard Lake comes now away with it. Hard shot from outside the circle, steered aside easily by Dan Durand. Speck behind the net to Aldegary. He lifts a pass towards Zhang. 13 seconds left in the period. Orchard Lake plays it across to the open side. Speck picks it up there and sends it into the Orchard Lake zone. Orchard Lake from the dots. Their defenders regroup. Ooh, kept in by Ancona. This is Speck. Oh, and that shot on goal, but the period ends 2-0. All right, so some chances here by both teams, and yeah, the Ice Hawks in a little bit of misconduct trouble. We've still got Dobbs in the box, and I don't think I've seen Hammond return, but we'll have to double check that here at the beginning of the third. So 15 minutes left on the clock, 1 period left to play. Ice Hawks up 2-0. Goals in the first period by Van Ittersum and Aldegary.
You see Dobbs in the group, or Hammond in the group?
I can see Dobbs in the group here listening to instruction from coach, but can't see Hammond. We'll have to see. It should be easy enough to count how many people head to the to the penalty box when play resumes. So all right, well, I think just from a straight scoring chances, we've got the measure of them so far, right? There was that one down low, but yeah, hopefully the coach likes what he's seeing. Good effort by the boys. I think they're looking for passes. They're looking to play together. And all right, looks like instructions are done. Dan Durand head backs to his net. And let's see what we have here. All right. Dobbs begins that lonely skate towards the box. And looks like I think, oh, now Hammond skating towards the box, but it doesn't look like he wants to go all the way. I think Hammond's out of the box. Looks like he's, yep. All right, so, well, we need another guy out there, don't we? We've only got 4 men on the ice, but there's no penalty on the board. Dobbs is sitting as misconduct, so
Full strength at the end of 2, right?
we should be. Yeah, here it is. Coaches have figured out the issue. Lavoie joins the play here. So Lavoie, Zhang, and Ginsty up front, and Kona and Hammond on defense. This puck is behind the Orchard Lake goaltender, and Orchard Lake comes away with it and plays it off the sideboard, past their forward. And Kona's under pressure, but he gets there first. Now pressed up against the boards right here in front of our camera. Now it's in the corner, and Kona pushes his man up against the boards. Ginsty comes in for support, and Kona and Ginsty. Puck comes loose momentarily. Now it's loose behind Danrand, sent out front up against the net. Ooh, they tried to come out front and sneak it on the side, but it doesn't work. This is Lavoie. Ooh, he's got Zhang. Is Zhang behind the defense? Zhang! Ooh, hard shot, juicy rebound. Lavoie takes the shot on the goalie, got a pad on it. Ooh, and I think Ginsey is sent to the ice. But we had a hell of a scoring chance. First from Zhang, who set up a teed up a rebound there for Lavoie, who wound up, but the goalie got a pad on it. With 13:50 left in the third, left in the game, IceHawks up by 2 and threatening. All right, Speck taking the draw. He's got Lavoie and Delamora with him. I think that's Lavoie. Yeah, and Ducharme and Aldegary on defense. Okay, it's Orchard Lake coming in on Aldegary. Oh, and that shot beat Dan Duran to the glove side. Orchard Lake gets one back. 13:34, even strength goal on an odd man rush. And yeah, just inside the post that beat Dan Duran. Okay, 2-1 now. 13:34 left in the game. And the Orchard Lake side makes good. Let's see, they send it into the IceHawk zone. Ooh, sent towards the net. Van Ittersum gets in the way of their progress, but they get in the way of his plans of clearing the zone. Ancona, Bond, Van Ittersum. That puck comes loose, and Van Ittersum is going to skate it out of the zone and down the left side into the IceHawks, or Orchard Lake zone. That puck now played in the corner. This is Ginsty. Ginsty skates it around, plays it back to Ancona at the line. That shot sent towards the net, wide of the goal into the corner. It bounces out, and Orchard Lake comes away with it. Ancona and McCarthy on defense. McCarthy gets in the way of the Orchard Lake plans, sends it into the Orchard Lake side to Ginsty. That pass went between Zhang's legs. I think that might have caught him handcuffed a bit, and Orchard Lake comes away with it through the neutral zone. They go wide on Ancona, but he keeps them honest, and Dandran gets a stick on it, sending it to the backboards. Ooh, now played up front, high slot. McCarthy rushes his man. They get a shot on the ice. Dandran gets a pad on it. That shot towards the net. Zhang gets in the way, and McCarthy comes away with it. Doesn't clear, though. Sent into towards the corner, but not all the way. And Delamora comes away with it. He skates into the ice, the Orchard Lake zone, all the way into the corner where he's pressed up against the boards by the Orchard Lake defender. Now behind the Orchard Lake goalie, Delamora is in, forcing the puck. Ooh, let me see. One of our guys went down. That was Lavoie. In the corner, Lavoie and Danduran. Specs surveying, looking for the puck, and now he skates towards the where the puck is, but Orchard Lake reverses behind their net and starts down their left side. That pass intercepted by McCarthy. He winds up. Ooh, that was a hard shot. Waved off by the referee. That might have hit the post. I'm not sure, but it was a hard shot from McCarthy, and it didn't make its target. McCarthy keeps it in. This is Speck. Ooh, he goes short side with a screen, but that was steered aside by the goalie. McCarthy now down low in the corner. He's got Hammond with him. Ooh, they pass it off the boards to Hammond. Delamora is trying to skate back. It's a 2-on-1. Shot from the dot. Zandaran saw it the whole time and controlled it for a draw. 11-18, a threatening chance here from the Orchard Lake side. Odd man rush with Delamora skating back on the back check. They opted to go with the shot, and De La Mora was better than it. 2-1, and a hungry Orchard Lake side, not satisfied from that goal they got just a few moments ago. This face-off controlled by Orchard Lake. They circle at their line. Now, it's Ginsty plays it off the boards to Bond. He can skate. Now Bond stretches those legs. He goes in from the dot. Hard shot. Stopped by the goalie. Picked up by Ginsty behind the net. Looking to dish it out front. It's in someone's feet. Now Bond has to pick it up in the neutral zone. Played forward by Aldegary, who's sent to the ice. Orchard Lake picks it up at their blue line. Now skates in towards the Ice Sox side. They try to go wide on Aldegary, but it doesn't work out. This is Ducharme. It's a backhand pass out of the zone, but doesn't make its target. Orchard Lake brings it back in. Ginsty plays it forward, kept in by the Orchard Lake defender. They move it inside. This is Aldegary. He makes a move, and he's into the neutral zone. Lifts it towards Zhang, but it was behind him. It goes the length of the ice. No icing. Aldegary's pressed up against the boards. This is Zhang out in front. He gets a shot, but the goalie made the save. Now into the corner, deep in the Orchard Lake zone. They skated out of their zone and make a play through the neutral zone. It's just Ducharme back. Odd man rush. That shot wide of the goal. Aldegary has his stick lifted, not able to clear. It's out in front. It's a shot on goal, and Dandaran makes the save. Now Ducharme skates it out of the zone. It's a 3-on-2. Ducharme, Lavoie, and Speck. Ducharme leaves it for Lavoie. Lavoie plays it up into the corner to Ducharme. Now Speck has it in the corner. Speck under pressure. Now on the sideboard, Ducharme helps. Lavoie has it now. He skates it behind the net. There's a delayed call on the Orchard Lake side. They play it back to Ancona. It's out of the zone. And plays called with 9:27. The Ice Hawks will go on a power play here. Not sure what the call is. We will see here in a moment. It is, it's for a roughing call. All right. Number 7 fancies himself a pugilist. All right, 9:27 left in the third. Ice Hawks up by the narrowest of margins, 1-0. Now have a man advantage for 2 minutes or less. This face-off deep in the Orchard Lake zone. Ginsty takes the draw. He's got Dobbs and De La Mora with him, and Ancona and McCarthy on the back. Orchard Lake controls, plays it off the boards to McCarthy. He controls it with his skate, settles it down. Winds up, hard shot, wide of the goal, saved by the goalie and sent to the corner. This is Ginsty in the corner now. Plays it to De La Mora. He skates it behind the net. De La Mora has it off the sideboard to McCarthy. McCarthy now into De La Mora, who plays it back to McCarthy. He moves inside under pressure, sends it towards the net. That's Ginsty there. He picks it up behind the goal line. Now De La Mora plays it back to McCarthy. Winds up. Hard shot just wide of the goal. Ginsty's first man on it. He makes a move on his man to find a bit of space. Skates behind the goalie into the corner. He's looking, I think, to play it back to Ancona. Ancona across ice to McCarthy. He's under pressure. He sends it towards the net. Ginsty has it. High slot. Shot on net. Goalie comes across and makes the save. Ice Hawks controlling the puck very well there. Able to get a couple of shots. And at least one was on net where the goalie made the save and holds it for a draw with 1:04 left in the power play and 8:30 left in the period here. Ice Hawks up by a 2-1 margin. Both goals coming in the first period, and the Orchard Lake side having the margin here early in the third. This is Speck taking the draw. He's got Van Edersum and Bond with him. Orchard Lake controls momentarily. Now Speck has it. He plays it back to Ducharme. His pass doesn't make its target. Kept in by Bond, but now Orchard Lake skates it out. Orchard Lake with 50 seconds left in this penalty kill. They play it deep. Goes behind Dandaran, and Hammond's there. Hammond plays it behind Lucas Dandaran to Ducharme, who plays it up to Bond on the right side. Bond starts to pick up speed. Hits Speck on the headman. Speck plays it to the middle to Van Edersum, who redirects it towards the net. But the Orchard Lake side comes away with it. They try to go wide on Hammond, but he gets in the way of their plans. This is Van Edersum now at the blue line. Plays it to Bonds. This narrowly escapes a check, but loses control of the puck, and the Orchard Lake side collects it again. This is Speck now. He has the puck, not able to get it out of the Ice Hawk zone. Hammond plays it up off the boards towards Speck, just out of reach though. The Orchard Lake defender collects it there, and the penalty is now over. The Orchard Lake forward comes out of the box, heads to the bench as the Orchard Lake sends it down the ice, where Hammond picks it up with 7:17 left in the third. From behind Dandurand, Hammond starts a rush. He goes cross ice to Van Ittersum, but that was out of reach, bounced off the boards and went the length of the ice, where icing is called, and that'll come all the way back to Dandurand's right, left on your screen, well, actually straight ahead from on your screen, I suppose. So Aldegary and Ancona on defense. Ginsty, Delamora, and Lavoie up front. Ginsty taking the draw. 7:08 left. Controlled by the Ice Hawks. This is Ginsty. Ooh, he's got a bit of room. He headmans it to Lavoie. Lavoie is behind the defender. No, but he's not able to get to the shot. The defender wrapped the stick around him and poked the puck free. Now Orchard Lake comes back on the Ice Hawks defense. They're going wide on Ancona. They lift it towards the center. Dandurand collects it there and holds it for a draw with 6:44 left in the third, and this face-off will be deep in the Ice Hawk zone. Forwards are changed. We've got Speck with Dobbs and Zhang, still Aldegary and Ancona on defense. That played back by the Orchard Lake side. A shot from the from the line. Dobbs got a hand on it and is smarting from it. Now this is Aldegary, who picks up the puck in our slot and starts skating. He's skating down into the Orchard Lake side, plays it deep. It's going to be behind the Orchard Lake goalie. Oh, and Dobbs comes in and hammers his man, but there's a delayed call on Dobbs. And let's see what the call is there. That is... Dobbs will be going for a penalty. I'm just not sure if it's... Looks like the ref is going to talk to Dobbs. I still haven't seen the call. 6:18 left here in the game. Ice Hawks will be on... will be short-handed here for the next 2 minutes or less. Still haven't seen the call. I didn't see the call. All right, well, let's see. Looks like the ref is going to talk to Coach Smith. All right. All right, Ice Hawks down a man. Conversation ensues here with Coach Mike. Ice Hawks goals scored in the first period, Van Ittersum and Aldegary. And the Orchard Lake side responded here early in the third. Goal scored by generic Orchard Lake forward, I guess. And here's with our man disadvantage, a chance for Orchard Lake to pull level. We'll have to see how things go here. There's no... Oh, let's see if we can see the call here. They're talking to the scorekeeper. I don't know if we're going to see anything here, but... So it's 2 men in the box, which means it's a misconduct. And still nothing on the board here. Oh, there it is. Okay, so assuming it's a checking from behind. Oh, Orchard Lake comes in. That shot, a weak shot towards the net, steered aside by Dandurand, collected by Ancona. got 3 Orchard Lake forwards behind the red line, and Ancona gets to the puck before any of them. He plays it off the sideboard. It'll be kept in by the Orchard Lake defender. 6 minutes left in the game. Orchard Lake deep down in the Ice Hawks zone behind Danderand. They go into the corner. They play it to the man at the hash marks. He plays it back to his man in the corner. Aldegary gets in his way, and they both go down to the ice where Danderand collects the puck, and it looks like there may be a penalty called. A slash is being called on the Orchard Lake forward, so that negates the Orchard Lake power play. Both teams will be playing for a side, and it also moves the face-off out of the Ice Hawk zone, just out of the Ice Hawk zone, with 5:47 left in the third and a minute 30 left here at 4-4, where after the Ice Hawks will have a 30-second power play. This is Ginsty, skates it in down the left-hand side. He's got Van Ittersum with him. Oh, this is Ducharme, top of the circle. That shot sent just wide. Van Ittersum has it in front of the net, sends it towards the front. Sends it towards the front of the net, but Orchard Lake comes away with it. Oh, now it's played toward the line. Ducharme's there. It gets out. It's in the neutral zone. Ducharme and McCarthy on defense. Speck interrupts their progress. No, that's Ginsty. I'm sorry. And now he skates it into the Orchard Lake side. McCarthy helps out. Ooh, but the Orchard Lake side comes away with it. 2 of them, they play it over and behind their forward, and they're forced to retreat in the neutral zone. They circle back. Now play it down their left side. 5 minutes even left in the third. Ice Hawks up by 1. Orchard Lake plays it into the Ice Hawks zone. McCarthy has it there. He goes cross ice to Ducharme. Ducharme's got room to skate. He plays it up to Van Ittersum. Back to McCarthy at the blue line. He plays it up off the boards, but the Orchard Lake defender got there and plays it forward now to his man. McCarthy and Ducharme combine to dislodge the puck from the Orchard Lake forward stick. They hit Speck on the right side. He skates across. He's in tight. Ooh, a hard shot. That goalie collected that in the bread box and holds it for a draw with 4:24 left in the third. 7 seconds left in Dobbs' penalty. Being served by... No, Speck's on the ice. Maybe being served by Delamore, I think. So in 7 seconds, the Ice Hawks will go full strength and will have a man advantage for 30 seconds. Speck plays it back to Hammond. That shot on goal, collected by the goalie, and now 2 seconds remain in the Ice Hawks penalty. With that Orchard Lake penalty, that man advantage was... this is Speck. He plays it out in front through the goal. Yeah, Delamore now joins the ice. And the Ice Hawks are at full strength for the next 23 seconds. Speck circles at his line, lifts it towards Delamora into the Orchard Lake side. Speck's there. He now moves inside, goes with a backhand. No, that shot wasn't able to make its target. Back to Ancona, to Hammond, a redirection. It's there, loose. Speck, he's not able to get a shot. Kept in by Hammond, but played with a high stick. This will come the length of the ice, I believe it is. And the Orchard Lake penalty still on the board for the next 2 seconds, but this face-off be dangerously deep in the Ice Hawks zone to Danderand's left here right in front of our camera. 3:49 left in the game. Ice Hawks nursing a narrow 1-goal lead. Aldegary and Ancona will be our defenders. Up front, we have Ginsty, Zhang, and Lavoie. Ginsty taking the draw. Hits in their feet. Zhang gets a stick on it. Or Lavoie gets a stick on it, then Zhang. Ooh, and Ginsty takes a check. It's now into the Orchard Lake side. 3:39 left. They play it over the sideboard. They're coming in on Aldegary. Lavoie on the back check. That puck's on the side of the net, collected by Ginsty. He's going wide, pushed up against the boards. His progress halted momentarily. Aldegary has it. Hits it towards the line, but not out. Still not out. Ginsty battling with his Orchard Lake opponent. They play it across the ice into the corner. But point blank range. A shot by the Orchard Lake forward. Danderand had to be good, and he was. This is Ginsty now skating into the neutral zone. 3 minutes left. It's just into the Orchard Lake side. Stops. loses the puck, and now Orchard Lake plays it out into the neutral zone. They're forced to retreat back into their own zone. They go cross ice. That pass not handled cleanly by the Orchard Lake forward. A long pass collected by the Orchard Lake forward at the Ice Hawks blue line. Aldegary gets a stick on it and plays it into the boards. He's pressed up against the boards. That puck tied up. Speck's there. Van Edersom's there. It comes out front. Ooh, that puck played towards the net. Aldegary has it. He lifts it out of the zone, just into the neutral zone. 2:28 left in the third. Orchard Lake now plays it back into the Ice Hawks zone. Speck sends it out of the zone, out of the Ice Hawks side into the neutral zone. Orchard Lake circles at the center face-off circle and plays it off on the left wing. Aldegary's there, bats it out of the air and sends it into the neutral zone. Aldegary battling with his man, ties him up enough to let Bond come away with the puck. Bond makes a move, gets it to Ducharme, who sends it towards the net. That puck hit a stick and is sent into the corner with 2 minutes left in the third. Orchard Lake plays it out of their zone and are skating down the left wing side. Delamora on the back check is sent to the ice. That's got to be an interference call. It is. And with 1:50 left in the game, the Orchard Lake side is going to go a man down here. And we got a little chatter here. The Orchard Lake side will be a man down here with 1:50 left, which is going to help take the edge off a little bit here for the Ice Hawks here in these remaining 2 minutes. All right. Ginsty taking the draw. He's got Speck and Delamora with him. On defense, Ducharme, who's the first man on the puck here, is playing with McCarthy. Ooh, that pass not handled cleanly. Still in the zone. Here's McCarthy, skates it into the neutral zone, moves inside. Ginsty now pushes it towards, Delamora pushes it towards Ginsty. That shot on the ice going long side. Goalie got a pad on it and then controlled it with the glove for a draw with 1:29 left. In the third, this face-off will be deep in the Orchard Lake side. Delamora coming off. Aldegary going on, playing up with Speck and Ginsty. Played back. Ooh, that got past McCarthy, who controls it at the line. Plays it across to Ducharme. Ducharme cross ice to McCarthy. Plays it up to Ginsty. Ginsty touches it and lets it go the length of the ice. And he's going to be the first one into the corner to get there. Pressed up against the boards. The Orchard Lake defender comes away with it. Now back into the corner. 1:05 left in the game. This is McCarthy at the line. Makes a move off the sideboard. Spins around. Has a bit of room to control his play. Ooh, he tried to make a pass to Ducharme, but the Orchard Lake forward got a stick on it. Now they played it into the zone. Ooh, he's open. He's in. T.O. makes a huge save. A gargantuan save by Dan Duran on an odd man rush. That pass just intercepted by the Orchard Lake forward, and they made something out of nothing, and Dan Duran had to come huge here to make a big save here with 46 seconds left in the third. This face-off deep in the Ice Hawk zone. That's Hammer now. Plays it up to Ginsty. Ginsty has Van Edersom and Zhang with him. Ginsty plays it off the board. Zhang picks it up at the Orchard Lake blue line. Ginsty plays it to Van Edersom. Oh, he takes a hard shot. Short side, but the goalie got a blocker on it. It's in the corner. 28 seconds left in the game. Ooh, Hammer comes in hard, pinching, sends his man to the ice and takes the puck away from him. That's impressive and insulting to that forward, I'd say. Good for you, Hammond. 19 seconds left in the game here. This face-off will be deep in the Orchard Lake side. The Hammer coming through, hammering his man and stealing the puck. Oh, this face-off won by Ginsty. It's played through the goal mouth. Van Edersom has it, plays it back to Hammer. Hammer sends it towards the ice. Zhang's there, tries a backhand, doesn't work. 10 seconds left. Ginsty pressing it up against the boards, getting help from Zhang. Now this is Van Edersom behind the net. Van Edersom just killing time. There it is. The buzzer sounds and the Ice Hawks come away with a narrow 2-1 victory. Orchard Lake coming on heavy in the later stages of this game, but the Ice Hawks able to come through with a 2-1 lead. That's how things will end tonight. Thanks for listening. We'll post this video up as soon as we can. Good night.